Right, so I want to show this this update that Mark's done for the performance of the super sidebar. It's a subtle change. It's really subtle. If you look at the changes, there's not a lot of code change, but this actually makes a huge improvement. The TLDR of what this does is we take all of the JavaScript that renders the sidebar and we separate it out and treat it completely separately to the rest of the JavaScript on the page. This has a number of benefits. Firstly, we can make sure that JavaScript's rendered first so that the navigation is kind of always the first thing to render. It's always there when we need it. And it really helps with caching as well, which is the second part. What we do with Webpack currently is, in order to reduce the bundle size so that we're not shipping all of the JavaScript ever written for GitLab in one package, we use code splitting so that we can ship just the JavaScript that particular page needs. So if you're on the boards page, you only get the JavaScript that's needed to render the boards page. You don't get the JavaScript for like the pipeline editor, the pipelines, the merge requests, whatever it is, right? This is great. It reduces our bundles. We ship a lot less code to the user, a lot less useless code, I should say. And it's great for our performance. What it's not great for is with things like the sidebar, the common elements. So because we have essentially a different bundle of JavaScript for every page that you look at, even though the code for the navigation is the same on every single page, it's part of a different bundle for every single page, so that when we go to cache it, we're just caching the JavaScript for the issue page, we're caching the JavaScript for the epics page. So if you've not actually been to the epic page before, the JavaScript for the sidebar isn't cached because it's part of that page's bundle. So what was basically happening is you would load, and this is kind of what I was trying to show in this video that I recorded before. If you go to a page that you've not been on before, like I think this one here, I throttled it to slow 3G to really highlight the point. But what I did here was I went over to the pipeline editor, and because I'd never been on the pipeline editor page in this instance, you see that the navigation on the left hand side is just totally blank while we try and render all of the JavaScript. Try and download all the JavaScript for the pipeline editor. So basically the main content of the page is blocking the navigation from rendering. You see eventually it loads in and then we get the data. That did take quite a while. I know I've throttled it to like super slow 3G speeds, but that kind of illustrates the point. Now if I go over here, I can basically do the same thing again. So if I refresh this particular page, it's cached, so it's pretty quick. And then if I go and render exactly the same pipeline editor, and then as soon as it comes back from the server, we've already got the JavaScript for the sidebar, even though this JavaScript for the pipeline editor takes a while to load. It doesn't affect the sidebar, which is amazing, and it means the navigation has a lot higher priority. And you'll see it's still loading, but we've got the editor here, the sidebar, sorry. So yeah, it's a small change, but it has big impacts, right? And I guess the other side of it as well, which is a little harder to see, is that it does execute first. So yeah, thanks Mark for looking into this. The speed of the super sidebar should be a lot quicker now, or the perceived speed at least. All thanks to caching and getting it right.